Every school, everywhere, can use improvements. Today, I present to you two I feel are necessary to make instruction more effective in our building. The first major issue I see is student labeling. Checklist item number 19 says in each class and across the school, labeling of students is rare. Labeling students seems to be something second nature to most teachers. We give labels for behaviors, learning, and abilities. However, this is something that is getting in the way of not only teachers teaching, but students learning. When a student is labeled, almost nothing is done for their achievement, so wasting time on this won't help. When we label students, we can cause negative effects for their learning by them setting their expectations too low or too high, which can cause confidence to drop where any learning is unattainable. Students must have a reasonable understanding of their achievement. According to Hattie, most students are typically able to reach their goals, they just tend to be safe in setting them. Blogger Nina Garcia suggests 6 reasons to stop labeling kids. Not all of these are educational, however many are. Garcia says labeling kids makes it difficult to show them empathy. It makes them feel terrible about themselves. They're inaccurate. Kids falsely believe talents are innate and unchangeable, and labeling kids makes it harder to correct behavior. If we label kids, they start believing their label, and so do teachers, even when the labels don't come from educators. Hattie suggests that instead of labeling and explaining why Johnny is unteachable, we need to label learning strategies and stop assuming different students have different preferences. To make improvements within our school, we have to stop labeling. While this will never be a quick fix, it starts with being cognizant of what we say and what we do. We must be conscious about complaining. When teachers in our building complain about specific students over and over, labels are passed into others' heads. While venting occasionally is necessary, there is a point that it's too much. While we must pay attention to students' levels from the past, we have to also give them the opportunity to start fresh. Every student needs the chance to be good at something. This can happen by bringing different strategies into the classroom, which can be gained through professional development. The second change I think we need to make in our building is collecting feedback from students. Checklist item number 40 states teachers collect evidence of student experience in their classes about their success as change agents, about their levels of inspiration, and about sharing their passion with their students. Educators in our building should view themselves as change agents that inspire and create passion for their students no matter what subject they teach. While doing this, they must also help students become capable. To make this happen, students should be able to evaluate teachers. Administration in the building frequently visit classrooms to evaluate teachers, but the kids never get that chance. When the administration comes in, they get a small snippet of what's going on in the class all day, which may or may not be real life for what's actually going on. Students are there firsthand every day and know how the classroom runs and how the teacher works. In 2007, Wilson and Corbett interviewed students who hadn't performed well in school. The survey results were very eye-opening, and the kids were adamant that teachers not be allowed to find excuses not to teach them. Through the whole survey, 6 major characteristics were found in the type of teacher students want. Students want teachers to stay on them, to complete their work, someone that controls behaviors without ignoring the lesson, and a teacher that will go out of their way to help them. They also want someone to explain concepts until everyone gets it by providing different learning methods. Students want someone to understand their situation, whatever it may be, and take that out into account for the lesson. Students don't get this opportunity enough, even if they get it at all, but why not? It's something they can easily be doing that can be completed on a Google form or other online format, or even on paper. Questionnaires called SETs, Student Evaluation of Teaching, have been created for students to evaluate teachers. With these, 7 criterion have been identified to differentiate the accomplished from the experienced teacher. Hattie notes the hallmarks of the passionate and inspired teacher as commitment to change, engagement, understanding, quality, reasoning, and developing learning strategies. While neither of the improvements I've brought forth today are easy quick fixes, they are attainable. Teachers have to be aware of what they're saying about students. If someone is discussing the same student over and over, we need to make them aware. The effects of labeling need to be brought forth through professional development. We need to give teachers opportunities to learn new strategies. not the way students learn. Hattie states, even if we attempt to fit students to certain teachers with similar labels, the outcome is unreliable. We must introduce teachers to new strategies for teaching like the ones mentioned in Halen Fisher's book, Upgrade Your Curriculum. Everything from Pinterest and podcasts to microloans and learning menus can help make all the difference in what our students take from our classrooms. By doing these things and presenting them in the classroom, we are pushing students to levels they may not have had the opportunity to reach. We are now making their work challenging, but still relevant. It's time to make our students more successful, and in order to do this, we have to make changes with ourselves. The teachers in this building need to be aware of the changes that must be made. Not everything a student needs is what's included on a lesson plan, and teachers have to be aware of this. We have to step off of the paper and think about what we are doing for the kids every day. Stop labeling. Start giving our students a voice.